What's up, Workforce? Brian and Chris here, and today we actually have some exciting news regarding the congestion of preferred worlds in Final Fantasy XIV. Chris, I know you're getting ready to get for your live stream, so let's go ahead and dive in. Why don't you take us through it?
Yeah. So we're in wait for New World, and we said we were done recording everything for a little bit, but there's news. So they put out an update after taking the servers offline for maintenance last night. And they said, we thank you for your consideration and understanding as we continue our world population balancing incentives. The status of the following worlds have been changed as of today. This is while it was down for maintenance last night. Previously, all worlds in North American Aether data center were designated as congested. However, having players create their characters on or change their home world to a world in Primal or Crystal, the stress of constantly maxed out worlds has been relieved. We truly thank you for your cooperation. For this reason, all worlds in North American Aether data center are no longer designated as congested.
Oh, thank goodness.
The Crystal data center continues to be under preferred status, and we ask your cooperation as we work to maintain world population balance incentives. So they have changed some preferred worlds and some standard worlds. If you see yours on the list, its status may have changed. So as you expect, if you have friends that have been trying to join you and haven't been able to, it's a bummer if they've already started their journey somewhere else.
We're no longer, Sagartanis is no longer a preferred world. We've been changed to standard.
We were congested for a little bit there. So,
oh yeah, we were.
For the current status of character creation and restrictions, they of course still have the link that they always have, and they will continue to observe players. And please check the following link for more information. So this is a big change to go right before Endwalker. I was wondering if people would be able to join us that came back just before or just after launch of Endwalker. So as you expect a whole bunch of returning players to log back in, it is hopefully promising that they're able to lift restrictions going into the expansion, because like player counts should surge.
We were talking about this just last night. Like, our fear was that we would have seen like, oh, Primal get locked down, because Yoshi P has continued to say they're looking into, trying to have any way to relieve this, increasing the overall capacity of the servers, increasing like the specs of what we currently have alone. We've seen that already in EU. That's been a huge boost. The downside, like out of all this, the tragedy out of all this is that you just see Oceanic ready and almost ready to go, but with COVID restrictions, they're not able to travel. And thus that's probably, hopefully doesn't delay that even, more, but they're just trying to figure out how to make sure that they're all set up and ready to go for remote access. And I think Oceanic would actually resolve a lot of like this congestion, because we talk about, yes, it'd be really great to have like another server on each data center. Like seems like the most like ready fix, or the most, like, obviously if they had hardware, which they don't, but Oceanic would be like, all of a sudden it's like, hey, all these people who are playing in these different data centers could be like, oh, let's go back to our home base. And then you pair that with the delayed data center world visit, data center visit, and all of a sudden it's like we're more of a global community than we've ever been.
Yeah, data center visit. I mean, it'll start restricted. As of now, those restrictions sound like they're going to be region locked. If we started having 4 different data centers on NA, like maybe you get a pair, maybe Primal can jump to Aether or something goofy in that situation. When new players here, we were thinking, what if Primal's gone congested? Why would Crystal not? One of the things to keep around and keep in mind with Endwalker is this has brought interest in from a lot of returning or ex players. I put out a video over on Gaming Kinda this week about clearing up the belt stuff, because what happens is all the belt information has been stated for all of us active players for quite a while, but it's been nested inside of much bigger announcements. Like, did they not watch the live letter? Well, not everybody did stay up late at night to watch a 6.5 hour live letter where there was one section on belts. But so like I tried to isolate it into its own video so they can get straight to that.
That's so important.
I've seen some disinformation.
All the headlines and things like that. People
are
like,
the headlines have been, some of them have been rough. It's like, that's not even remotely how that's going to work. And so there has been like, the fact that can happen, the fact that on Twitter you can see all of these people get this wrong, it's because people are interested in talking about this game, whether or not they play it. And so that means that one of the things that I think they have to factor is what happens if those players decide to come back. Because for most of those players in North America, new players may or may not know that Crystal is our new data center that was added just before the launch of Shadowbringers. And so it's still a relatively young data center. There were free transfers at the time, so there are very old and established players, characters over there.
Mhm.
But the legacy servers, the 1.0 remaining servers, like a lot of those communities stayed over on Aether and Primal. A very large number of those
The big
characters
pull
stayed over there.
The big pull with Crystal, if you guys don't know, was Balmung, which is the unofficial official RP server, and we were paired with
Huge
that
server.
And when Balmung crashed, like when we all hit the wall with Robon Extreme in Stormblood, when that server crashed, that solved all the problems.
Yeah,
for our
everybody
data
else's day got better
because they like, not only are they like a legacy server, but they're just massive because they appeal to those looking to have that RP experience.
It's fun in the story.
Oh yeah.
Not that everybody isn't, but like sometimes certain servers get certain personalities, and those become self-fulfilling prophecies where people on a Reddit thread decide that a server has a certain personality, and so it gets listed as that personality, and now anybody actively looking for that personality goes there, which gives it that personality if it didn't already have it. So Balmung is an enormous server that migrated over, and it helped a lot of us on Aether.
Yeah, it did.
Because we're like, oh, Aether just got lightweight. So, so there are established things over on Crystal, but we expected Primal and Aether to run into problems first.
It's good to see that that's not the case. Like, honestly, waking up to this news, it kind of takes a little bit of anxiety because literally, like, while streaming Final Fantasy and having people come in and saying, hey, oh, you're on Aether, I can't even make a character there. I can't even transfer there.
Yep.
Not even being able to make an additional character. Like, let's say I want to make hey, I'm going to make another character on Aether. I cannot. Now that it seems to be relieved, for me, who's already established.
Yesterday was the first time I've ever gotten feedback on our bot command that it was unfair that our bot command said we played on Aether and did not disclose that new players couldn't create a character over there.
That's a lot.
And so,
of
like,
work
it hit a critical point where people were like, well timed, because now it's like, all right, don't change anything.
Yeah.
But it was like, the feedback was like, at this point, it is almost weird where imagine a player is playing on Aether and their friend says, I've been listening to you talk about Final Fantasy for 5 years, man. I think I'm going to join you. How do I join you?
You don't.
Oh. So
I've been telling you all this time that Final Fantasy XIV is a good game. And then all of a sudden Asmongold comes on, and now you're like, okay, I think I'm going to trust Chris that this game's a good game. Oh my gosh, this actually is a really good game. Well, F you, my friend.
it's exciting now because I know it's been very frustrating for people that are like, my family member wants to join me, my friend wants to join me, and they can't. So I think this is a really big step towards Endwalker, and I think is more hype for me. I mean, we've pre-recorded a ton of posts into the next week or so. And this pivots some of the things I think we've talked about where like the discussion is like, how good of a launch can this be? I don't think either of us thought it was going to be a bad launch, but this feels like good news. This feels like
good news. I hope that obviously with work going on behind the scenes that we see, Endwalker just like crush. Like, I really want Endwalker to be like this incredible moment in time that where for people who, whether like you take a break, honestly, we encourage you to take a break. October is going to be a great time for me to take a break. I think probably from mid-October to early November, literally just going to be like, all right, I'm playing anything else because I know after November 5th, the hype is going to consume me. But if they can have a smooth launch with returning players, with the surge of all these new players coming in, and it's going to be a game changer. It's going to be a game changer. Right now, we are currently in queue testing New World's launch, and I'm very interested to see how this goes. I'm not so worried about a queue time. Oh no, there's, you wait in line. It's the matter of, do you get into the game and can continue to play?
And can you play?
Right. Because if you wait in queue and then all of a sudden the club says, sorry, club's closed, but I just waited in queue. Like, that's inexcusable. We don't know yet. Amazon's putting out this test. Now, it's Final Fantasy. Yeah. Well, it's day one. And that's the key. Final Fantasy has continued to improve each and every expansion, where Shadowbringers was by far the most smooth experience I've had, even with DDoS attacks from the players and obviously from outside forces. And at the end of the day, like, I only got disconnected once in Shadowbringers, and that was really impressive. And I was so excited and thrilled. So that's kind of where I'm like, I hope Endwalker continues that trajectory.
I run my machine on 14 all the time. I never run into issues.
Mhm.
I've run it on my Mac. It's such a smooth experience.
That's why you got invited to Media Tour, by the way. He's
Yeah,
25% of the Mac
I'm excited.
population.
I'm excited. It's really good that all 8 of us Mac players do have a representative. I wish the other 7 of you could have been there. Would have been great for us to get together.
It's our twice a year. Like let's huddle.
What's nice is like we do it over FaceTime. It's great.
Yeah, use all the Mac features, all the Apple stuff. Oh man, that's so funny, guys. This is, I think, nothing but good news. But let us know how you feel in the comments, and you can always come hang out with us live. Chris is in queue. I'm in queue. But while in queue, we can, our computers can play multiple games. So hopefully you guys come and hang out with us live. If you guys
level Astro, I'm gonna hit 80 this week.
Oh yeah,
last of the healers.
Last of the healers. This is big news.
The goal is end of September.
Yeah. Also, guys, if you're watching this, stay tuned
if
to
you're
Friday.
This far in, keep in mind we have a ton of information coming out soon.
Oh yeah,
at a date undisclosed. At a time undisclosed.
The date, I don't know about the time, but the date is continuing to be disclosed by Square Enix. It's the October 13th.
Square Enix just states what they want to state. I'm not going to breach my end. I'll just keep retweeting things they say.
Like, anyway, so yeah, we retweeted them saying the 13th, so we're solid there. So you can say it or not. So yeah, look forward to that. We've got lots of coverage coming for you. And then tying into that though, Friday, you want to see Chris and I go head to head in player economy versus theme park. It literally was a great video because it starts off with,
I think it's the first time we've ever argued in a video.
No, I think it's our second. Our best videos are the ones
pretty heated.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We definitely don't agree on it. But what's really great is we just started off with like the relic and us like, oh my God, we actually finished the relic. It wasn't
about the relic.
And then it just totally is like, no, we're gonna debate player economy in MMO. So look forward to that on Friday. I was thinking about trying to get like a nuclear bomb.
Want to film a video on the relic with you.
I know. We probably should do that. We'll get that done. We got to film. That's something we could talk about. That's not, related to something.
The description. This is going to start on the relic and derail quickly.
Oh yeah.
Like have a line that
I was thinking about, I was
train
thinking
wreck
about
coming.
Train wreck incoming. Like, and have like a train in the thumbnail. Like it is what it is. Hopefully you guys look forward to it. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, clip, and also follow our Facebook page, gaming pages. Chris is Gaming Kinda, and I am Ginger Prime Gaming. Be sure to do that.
Fun stuff planned over there.
Yeah.
At first, I wasn't sure what I was going to make for my unique content over there to add to all of our existing content that's being made. But I think I've settled on something I'm really excited about.
So hopefully you guys look forward to that as well. So I'll be sure to include the links to Chris's Gaming Kinda Facebook page, as well as the Ginger Prime Gaming Facebook page as well. Go follow us over there. And I actually am going to be doing some giveaways today. So if you're watching this on a Tuesday, then you're in the right spot. But any Tuesday 2022, Brian, you're a little bit late. All right. Anyway, Chris, why don't you take us out?
Well, we've got an arbitrary amount of time to wait for New World, and we have a very specific amount of time to wait for Endwalker. So excited, and we will have a ton for you. So definitely keep it here. Hit follow if you haven't already made it. If you've made it this far and haven't hit the bell, ring that bell. We'll see you next time.
Take care.